The AI chip boom saved this tiny startup, now worth $2.8 billion, each taking on Nvidia. The armed Crooked CEO, Jonathan Ross, named his company after. The armed with a newly raised $640 million, the Crook thinks it can challenge one of the world's most valuable companies with a purpose-built chip designed for AI from scratch. Jonathan Ross' first inkling that something was wrong came back in February while he was speaking to a host of Norwegian parliament members and tech executives in Oslo. Ross, the 42-year-old CEO of AI chip startup Cloak, was in the middle of the demo he hoped would vitalize the language company, an AI chatbot that could answer questions almost instantly, faster than a human can read. But for some reason, it was raining slightly. It unnerved Ross, who was pitching the Croc-powered European data center that would showcase the specialized chips responsible for those super-fast answers. I just kept checking the numbers, he records. People didn't know why I was so distracted. The culprit was an influx of new users. A day before the Oslo meeting, a viral tweet from an enthusiastic developer raving about lightning-fast AI answer engine sent tons of new traffic to the online demo, buckling the company's servers. It was a problem, but a good one to have. When he founded Croc 8 years ago, Ross's idea was to design AI chips explicitly for what's known in the industry as inference, the part of the artificial intelligence that mimics the human reasoning by applying what he'd learned to a new situations. It's what enables your smartphone to identify your dog as a corgi in a photo that it's never seen before, or an image generator to image in a Pope Francis in the Balenciaga coat. It was quite different than AI's others, computational stock, training the massive model to begin with. But until OpenAI released ChatGPT in late 2022, touching off a global AI fringe, the demand for a super-fast inference was limited and the company was limping along. Crook nearly died many times, Ross says, from the inside the startup, the semiconductor lab in San Jose, California, recalling one low point in 2019 where the startup was a month away from running out of money. If we started Crook maybe a little early. But now, with the demand for computational power to build and run AI models so intense that it was contributing to the global electricity shortage, growth times has seemingly come, either as a potential noisemaker or acquisition target for a legacy chip giant. On Monday, the company exclusively told Forbes it raised a monthly Series D round of $640 million, is vaulting it to a $2.8 billion valuation, up from $1.1 billion in 2021. So the round led by the BlackRock private equity partners also includes Cisco Investments and Samsung Catalyst Fund, a venture arm of the electronics giant that focuses on infrastructure and AI. Croc nearly died many times. Jonathan Ross, CEO, as Croc. The need for a compute power is so insatiable that it spiked Nvidia's market cap to the $3 trillion on 2023 revenue of $60.9 billion. Croc is still tiny by comparison with the 2023 sales as low as $3.4 million, and a net loss is $88.3 billion. Is it right? According to the financial document viewed by the Forbes, but the interest spike, net loss, spike. It's in its pips. The company has forecasted that perhaps optimistic $100 million in sales this year. Sources say that though they were doubtful the company would be able to hit that target, Kroc declined to comment on those figures. With the AI chips market expected to hit $1.1 trillion by 2027, Roth sees an opportunity to snag a slice of Nvidia's staggering 80% sharing by focusing on inference. The market should be worth about $39 billion this year, estimated to balloon to $60.7 billion in the next 4 years. According to research from IDC, compute is the new oil, the Roth says. Challengers like Kroc are bullish because Nvidia's chips weren't even originally built for AI. When CEO Jensen Huang debuted its graphic processing unit GPUs in 1999, they were designed to run graphic-intensive video games. It was serendipitous that they've been best suited chips for train AI. But Kroc and a new wave of next-gen chip startups, including Cerebras, $4 billion valuation, and SambaNova, $5.1 billion valuation. See, on opening, nobody who started with a clean sheet of paper chose to make a GPU for this kind of work, says Andrew Feldman, CEO of Cerebras. It's not just startups looking to dethrone Nvidia. Both Amazon and Microsoft are building their own AI chips. Both Kroc chips called Language Processing Unit (LPUs) are so speedy that a company thinks it has a fighting chance. At pitch deck to investors, the company touts them as 4 times faster, 5 times cheaper, and 3 times more energy efficiency than Nvidia's GPU when they were used for inference. Nvidia's declined to comment on the claim. Their inference speeds are clearly demonstrated better than anything else on the market, says Amish Shah, co-founder of General Global Capital, which invested in a multi-Kroc funding round. Kroc started selling its chips 2 years ago and has since added customers like Argonne National Labs and the Federal Research Facility with original in the Manhattan Project, which was used Kroc chips to study nuclear fusion, the type of energy that powers the sun. Aramco Digital, the technology arm of the Saudi oil company, also inked a partnership to use the Kroc chips. In March, Kroc launched Kroc Cloud, where developers can lend access to its chips without buying them outright. To lure the developers, Kroc offered free access in its first month. 700,000 signed up, as now there are 350,000 and counting. On June 30th, the company turned on a payment and it hired Stuart Pan, a former Intel executive and now Kroc COO, to quickly scale up revenue and operations. Pan is optimistic about growth. More than a quarter of Kroc's cloud customer tickets are requested to pay for more compute power. The Kroc chip really goes for the jugular, said Meta Chief scientist Yan Lenkong wrote the former computer science professor at NYU, who recently joined Kroc as a technical advisor. Later last month, CEO Mark Zuckerberg announced that Kroc would be one company providing chips to run inference to Meta's new model Llama 3.1, calling the startup innovators. The Kroc chips really go for the jugular. For the jugular, and the Yan the chief scientist of Meta, Ross cut his teeth at Google, where he worked on the team that was created the company's tensor processing unit semiconductors, which are homaged for the machine learning. He left in 2016 to start Kroc along with fellow Google engineer Doug Whiteman, who served as the company's first CEO. That year, the Kroc raised $10 billion round led by the VC fund or social capital. But from there, finding new investors was difficult. Kroc co-founder Whiteman left a few years later and did not respond to interview requests. There is still plenty of naysayers. One venture capitalist who passed on the company's Series D round characterizes Kroc's approach as novel, but didn't think its intellectual property was defensible and long-term. Mitesh Agarwal, the head of the cloud for the $1.5 billion AI infrastructure startup Lambda, said his company doesn't have any plans to offer Kroc or any other specialized chips in each cloud. It's very hard to right now think beyond Nvidia, he said. Other question the cost efficiency of the Kroc chip at scale. Ross knows it's an uphill climb. It's sort of like we are rookie of the year, he says. We were now here near Nvidia yet. So all eyes are on us. And it's like what you are going to do next. Additional reporting by the Lakshmi Srivastava, Alex Conner, and Ken Lake Chai. Thank you. Today I read this paper at this article, the AI chip boom saved this tiny startup, now worth $2.8 billion, each taking on Nvidia. Thank you for your time and see you next time.